Huge snub. William ditched Meghan in a curt message to Harry's birthday. A royal expert claims Prince William's curt message to Harry on his birthday showed their relationship is still icy, and they are no longer closer to making up. Not only that, but it was also a big rejection for Meghan Markle when she was never even mentioned. I imagine Prince William isn't one easily to forgive such public betrayal, and who can blame him? Royal author Duncan Larcombe told The Sun that the Duke of Cambridge did the bare minimum to mark Harry's birthday. He said William had no choice but to wish him a nice day, and he was brought up to be polite, same as Harry. But William is stuck to it, unlike his rude brother. William wants no more to do with him, and who he can blame. The expert explains, imagine if your brother bullied your staff, said you were trapped in your life, dissed your father, ignored his own sick father-in-law, gave a tell-all lying interview when your grandfather lay dying, rubbished your grandmother, wrote a tell-all book, and criticized your wife. Would you ever speak to him again? Meanwhile, with Meghan Markle, Mr. Larcombe said, she pulls Harry away when we all see that. From the moment he was with Meghan, he was always upset. Meghan Markle wants to destroy William and Catherine with all her lies and hateful jealousy because she's nothing but a washed-up second-rate player on a cable show that turned his brother against him by using his dead mother's playbook. He should never trust or allow them, especially the creature near his family. And Duncan Larcombe claimed that the more they denigrate the royal family, the less likely anyone except them, by all accounts, the two York girls, will have anything to do with them. I think they will find that they've shot themselves in the foot. They need to appear as part of royalty, but they're just isolating themselves by the way they behave. The royal family can get along quite happily without them. On the other hand, Harry is about to publish a tell-all book that he negotiated behind the royal family's back. He supposedly got $25 million, which tells us that Harry will spill secrets and attack the royal family. At this point, Harry should be banished by the royal family. He's an abusive, indiscreet nobody who profits off trying to destroy his own family. Prince Harry will always be a prince, as is his birthright. And I'm talking about the Dukedom of Sussex, which he and his wife continue to trade off, all while trashing the royals and everything they stand for. They're hypocrites, and you are wrong that they said they wanted privacy. Harry said that he wanted to protect his wife from the media, unsure what he was protecting her from, as she possibly had the most favorable coverage of any royal wife in recent history, and was never hounded. As it turns out, they wanted selective coverage in the media of cultivated and spun narratives that they can control. Probably very difficult for William when his only brother, who he had solidly supported, treacherously deserts the royal family for the flesh pot of Hollywood, infamy, and fortune. That the media, and specifically the gutter press tabloids, seem to delight in covering the miserable self-seeking pair, providing so much in column space, just shows how standards have fallen in the country. If a member of the family behaves like Harry, then he is lucky to have even received a birthday message. Most people would have disowned Harry. Harry's become a little more than a door opener and an idol of his manager, who clearly pulls his strings and wears the trousers. Looking at the heavily edited photo of them in Time magazine makes it clear that she has failed as an actor, and now what's what? And Harry just nods and smiles when told. How tragic and sad. But his choice is, so what? Do I care? For those Harkle supporters who dish the Cambridges for being work-shy, think a bit. Slow and steady wins the race. The Cambridges have a lifetime of work ahead of them, so why burn out early? The nasty Montecito pair have to circle those wheels fast. Age is catching up, and those two desperados wanted to go their own way, away from the family umbrella. So let them eat cake, for now. Prince William is always doing his duty, not whinging about his personal issues with his daft brother, and doing the right thing. It's a shame all the focus is always on poor Harry, who lost his mother so young. So did William. But unlike Harry, who got to have a good time, have others cover his tracks, etc., William had to always be responsible, knowing his future family and monarchy and the history of the UK fell upon his young shoulders. Yet he never, has he, along with Catherine, appeared on Jeremy Kyle or Loose Women at all to garner sympathy for dollars. After how they behaved, Harry is lucky anyone in the family even acknowledged him. The British don't want such a reunion. They despise Harry. Harry and Meghan are such losers who think that they're important. How can a family ever forgive what Harry's done? You can't fix a broken dish. You can glue it, but it will always have a crack. That will shut down those ridiculous stories of Kate working with the Markles on her Netflix project and their so-called Zoom chats over cooking dinner. All lies from Markle's PR team. I despise Meghan just as much as anybody does, but Harry's a mature, almost middle-aged adult who trashed his own family and willfully went along with her. Sorry, but he knows exactly what he's doing. And more, the Time magazines feel so very disappointing. This edition was made purely by the coffee tables in doctors' plastic surgery offices to be in waiting rooms. This smells and looks like a Queen, Karen, and PR company think tank moment. Very, very similar to how GQ used Harry. Perhaps GQ was a dry run, a test before you buy more. But we must only use Harry for the test drive. And in general, the magazine support is waning. Both GQ and Time are yesteryear's publications. This is a clever move from GQ and Time. It's a deliberate move to keep them in the headlines and give the two magazines some much-needed airtime. Unfortunately, Rachel and Harry, seeing as they appear very desperate, are taking any publicity offers, however fake the imaginary supporting in the articles are, and not at all professional or genuine. Note an interesting article on the demographics of readers for Time Mag can be found on the internet, unless these numbers have changed drastically since the publication. Perhaps Meghan and Harry are targeting a different age group of the population rather than their normal tweens, relatively recent grads. In the meantime, Time magazine is a woke publication that at one time was very prestigious. Due to the age of the editors and social influence, now it is all about how much you are recognized by more followers and by sight than actual deeds. I try to list all the accomplishments of Harry and Meghan other than physically showing up for a few PR photo ops and the Oprah interview, and everything else was a Zoom call lecture. Joe Biden was Man of the Year with Kamala Harris, and they were not even in office yet. Their competition for the spot was two women scientists who worked on the vaccine. So it shows you what their priorities are now. This woke society is a bunch of fake people putting out fake news and reveling in fake accolades from fake fans. A few days ago, the entire stadium erupted in boos when shown a clip of Harry and Meghan. This is the same couple that appeared in Time as influential. How's that even possible unless it awakes publication? These people buy their nominations, buy their awards, buy their headlines, and buy space in media to express themselves. No talent is required. Oprah hung out and supported pedophiles and sex abusers and yet were paid to give Harry and Meghan a platform to trash the royal family. I understand the anger and frustrations, but it's all fake and it's not worth our time or effort.